What is up, good people? Private Eye Russ here. Welcome to the Private Eye Russ podcast. Thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, so we're going to make it worth your while. Today, we're going to be reacting to an old video of a gentleman who made good use of technology to catch a cheating spouse. But before we get started, I am Private Eye Russ. I run and operate a full-service private investigation and security consulting company. We provide a full range of services from the obvious infidelity cases, corporate investigations, including corporate theft, embezzlement, theft of intellectual property, litigation support. I've done a ton of homicides, over 80 homicides from the negligent security standpoint, as well as one thing that people are ordering more and more, two things that are a very frequent order that are coming in. One is the corporate due diligence reports. And that's self-explanatory. But another one is the pre-long-term relationship or marriage investigation. So this gives you a background investigation of what your prospective long-term relationship partner may or may not have divulged to you. That way you can see if they've been honest, and you have the best snapshot. And the best snapshot of what you can predict from their future is getting a look at their past, and that way you can make an informed decision, which is all any of us should ever ask for. So let's get straight into this video. Fair use. This guy used technology. We're going to give him some scores, and let's see how he does. And at the end, we're going to give some conclusion about what he did and how things worked out.
Husband uses a drone to catch his wife cheating.
If you watch carefully, you're going to be able to see 18 years go right down the drain.
John, who asked us not to reveal his last name, lost it as he watched his wife lean into the car and kiss another man.
Here it comes. There it goes. Boom. 18 years. Gone. 18 years.
All right. So first of all, shout out to John. Fair use. Great use of technology. I've used drones on multiple occasions, different types of drones. I'm not going to go into what type of drones or the circumstances. Maybe I will at some point, but I've made really good use of drones, and I leveraged technology a lot. And so top marks for using the drone. Now, he might be a little close. I don't know how much he zoomed in. This is from a few years ago, and I don't think the camera technology was as good as, well, it wasn't as good as it is today. The cameras today with some of the Hasselblad lenses on the cameras, outstanding footage you can get, man, from so many different things. The infrared cameras, I used rotary ring as well as fixed wing drones. So good use on that part. But the lack of emotional control, okay? I'm surprised he didn't crash his drone the way he smashed something, a keyboard, something. He broke something. Something broke. But, you can't let your emotions get the better of you. Yes, this is a stressful time, but this woman technically is, and this guy is doing him a favor. This is a disloyal woman. This is not something to get emotional about. And even if you do feel strong emotions, you have to control them, man. You got to control your emotions, guys. Anyway, let's keep going.
God!
The implosion of his marriage became a viral sensation, watched more than 13 million times.
So he posted it online, more than 13 million people, and this is from years ago. So probably a lot more people than that have seen, what he went through and his reaction to it. And I think that's probably why he went viral to the extent he did. However, again, you have to control your emotions. All right, let's keep going.
18 years is a long time. So I'm angry. I'm like, what's going on? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing this to us?
It's been a year since the licensed drone operator from Home.
Oh, shoot, and he's a licensed. Okay, so that's what he does for a living, man. She should have known better to be out in the open. If you got, look, I own more than one drone. I've got some older ones. I actually sold in one of the older ones I had, DJI I had. I've got some newer updated ones. I'm actually looking at updating my fleet once again. But if he's a licensed drone operator, he's got a lot of experience. And she should have been underground. He could have attached a water balloon on there and bombed them while he was, whatever. But anyway, let's keep going. Fair use.
Pennsylvania first suspected his wife was fooling around and decided to follow her with his drone as she walked to work. Up close, you can hear how loud it is. But 400 feet above, high in the sky, his wife couldn't hear a thing, and she had no idea her husband was following her every move. You can see her making a detour from her usual route to her job at a boutique in town. The video has been sped up.
Usually she walks this way to go to work over here. So when I first saw this, I knew something was up.
All his suspicions were confirmed when he saw his wife meeting up with a guy in an SUV in the parking lot of a local CVS drugstore.
There's the guy that my wife is cheating on me with.
I was shocked, I guess. You know, I know that he has a drone. I know that that's his business, but
All right, you getting all torn up over this, bro? Come on, man. I mean, I'm assuming she's made up, and that's her best hair, and that's her best look because she knew she was going to be on camera. And so it looks like she's got some really poor skin underneath that makeup as well, too. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is, like, some of you guys are fighting over women that are not what you should be fighting over. She did him a favor, as far as I'm concerned. Like, okay, you want to go? Peace. Yeah, out. Like, come on, man. You can replace her. You can replace anybody, male or female. But like you get that upset about this chick. All right, man. But anyway, fair use.
I guess I never would have thought it would be used against me.
John's wife, Donna, has never spoken before about the day her husband caught her with another guy from high above. But she is now breaking her silence, only to Inside Edition.
How many times did you have meetings with this man?
Just a few.
2 or 3.
She's lying. she's lying. Not only is this not the 2 or 3, just a few times. Nah, she was giving up them cheeks regularly. And this is probably not the first person she's given it up to. If you catch or suspect your spouse of cheating, all right, there are some things to look for. I don't know what indication he had that she was cheating. Obviously, his suspicions were well founded, and obviously, with the evidence that we've seen, I don't know what else he had. But there are a lot of different cues to look for. One of them I've talked about frequently is if she stops getting intimate with you, if she's hiding or cuddling her phone constantly or protecting her phone, if she used to share her location with you, then she stops sharing her location with you. These are not guarantees that she's cheating on you, but these are indicators. If you're not sure and you need help, we can help you. Reach out to us. You can send me an email at russ@privateeyeruss.com. That's private, privateeyeruss.com. Alternatively, you can email me at privateinvestigatorruss@gmail.com in case your email doesn't go through. Sometimes my corporate email doesn't let certain email servers or services come through. Don't know why. And one last time, you can also reach me on X. I'm on X frequently at Private Eye Russ. You can send me a direct message, and we can set up a phone call, a consultation call. It'll be a short consultation call, and then see where we can go from there, see how we can help you. We have a lot of ways to help people, even remotely, to prove whether or not your spouse is being honest or dishonest with you. Again, there are ways we leverage technology. Can't go into the hows and wheres. Again, I am a licensed investigator. I own a private investigative agency. So those 2 licenses give me access to a lot of data that everybody doesn't get access to. So anyway, fair use. Let's keep going.
3.
Yeah, about that.
Did you kiss him?
Not like an intimate kiss or just like a peck.
Did you sleep with him?
No, I did not.
Oh my God. Lies. She's lying. And you'll see this a lot. When confronted with evidence, I've been privy to conversations where women or men have been confronted with evidence that they were cheating or suspicions that they were cheating, and they'll lie and say, oh, no, we thought about it. We were talking. We're just texting back and forth. It was just pictures texting back and forth. Look, here's the thing. Intimacy is intimacy. And if your spouse, if you need a smoking gun, then I've got bad news for you. Most times we cannot get a smoking gun. However, I've had instances where gentlemen, I thought wanted us to check into their spouse. We started checking into their spouse. Excuse me. Allergies today. We started checking into their spouse, and lo and behold, they're checking into a hotel together, walk into the same hotel room together. And I've had men and women both say, oh, well, they said they weren't cheating. I believe them. And, as if you need a a video of them actually doing the deed. Sometimes people just need to be. Some people just need a wake up call, and I actually have captured the money shot, as it were, video, and I've still had people say, well, it doesn't really look like her or him. It's like, oh my gosh, man, you have no idea how difficult my job is. People think they can do my job and that it's easy. I've actually challenged people. Okay, you know what? You think my job is easy? You think performing at the level I perform at is easy? I'll give you a challenge and we'll see how you do. And they have all been humbled, the ones that have taken the challenge. Others have backed out of it. Fair use.
Next day, when her husband confronted her with the drone video, Donna tried to explain that it was just the beginning of a flirtation that would never have developed into a full-blown affair. But her
She's lying. All right.
husband found that hard to believe.
What did she say?
She was like crying. I said, you don't get to cry. You don't get to cry. You're the one who messed up. Why are you crying? I should be crying.
As far as he was concerned, the marriage was over. Donna decided to move out. Now, 1 year later, this couple is trying to salvage their marriage.
I'm just looking at an empty spot on the couch, and I'm thinking to myself, I miss her. I really.
All right, John is suffering from very low self-esteem. I'm not a psychologist, not a therapist, but look, guys, catch your wife cheating. Okay, she was pre-cheating, whatever the hell that means. Even if she wasn't screwing the guy, which I sincerely doubt, and there's different ways to have sex than just the obvious. So this guy, like, is that the first time she probably cheated on him? Probably not. Would that be the last one? No, especially now that he has taken her back. I've seen this time and time again where a guy will or a woman will take a person back that has obviously been cheating, and they forgive them. You have to count on the fact that they are going to cheat again on you. So don't give people a second chance to hurt you. But, John here is one of those hopeless romantics, what Coach Greg Adams, shout out to Coach Greg Adams, would call a sucker for love. Fair use.
You really, really miss her.
Just last week, he asked Donna to move back in.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay, let me just... All right, it's difficult to just not call this dude what he is. You know what? He's a sucker. He's a sucker. He's a chump. Anyway.
So much.
And
Love
get
you so
this,
much.
John says it was actually the drone that saved their marriage by putting an end to Donna's secret relationship before it truly got serious.
If I hadn't.
John is a sucker. All right. So, and I've done work for guys that were in this position. And again, I don't blame the guys, but in this day and age, when with the amount of information we have about relationships and about how people behave and cheating and everything else, if a woman's cheating on you, it's different from a guy cheating. Guys cheat, it's physical for the most part. They might tell the woman that they're messing around with that it's emotional, that they love them or they care for them, but for the most part, it's physical. If a woman's cheating with you, she's done with you. She's gone. She's already checked out. She's just auditioning your replacement. So he's going to be cheated on again if he hasn't already. But, whatever.
Excuse
me,
that
for use.
grown up and saw what happened, I believe that the situation would have gotten more intimate.
What do you want the world to know?
I guess that people aren't perfect. People deserve second chances.
This man really loves you.
I know. I really love.
See that look in her face? That look in her face says, yeah, I got a real sucker on the hook. I'm going to keep this dude around, and I'm going to be able to do whatever I want. I just got to be more careful. So here's what happens when you confront people with evidence about cheating and how they cheated. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm dealing with some allergy issues. Try some different stuff, and obviously it's not working. But here's what happens when you confront people with evidence about how you caught them cheating, which is one of the things I coach guys on is be quiet about it. Use the evidence you need to make a decision. Don't use the evidence we gather for you to confront them, because if you go back to that individual, or even if you don't go back to that individual, what you've done is you've made them a more effective cheater. So what people will typically do when confronted with evidence or accusations, they'll say, well, how do you know? Prove it. And they'll demand proof, and they'll gaslight you and make you feel foolish. And that, all that is a dare. Oh, I dare you to tell me what's going on. And what they're doing is they're gathering evidence. Okay, he started suspecting me because of this. He started suspecting me because of that. So I need to change that in the future. I need to change this in the future. And then I'll be able to get away with it and be much more effective. Don't do that. If you need help, reach out to me, russ@privateeyeruss.com, private investigator russ@gmail.com, or alternatively send me a direct message on X. I'm on X on a regular basis. Anyway, thank you. This was a short, kind of a relatively short video, a reaction video. There will be more videos, original stories, reactions, analysis, and as well as tips and tricks on what to look for, as well as how to keep your life more secure, how to keep your information more secure, even though I'm also a privacy consultant as well as a private investigator. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, please hit like. Please subscribe, share with your friends, share the word to more people, especially men. Men are way behind when it comes to cheating detection. Women are way, way ahead, way more sophisticated than men are. And this, John, all he did was educate this woman on how to be a better cheater in the future if she stays with him. I would love to do a follow-up and see what happened with this couple. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe I'll do a follow-up and see if I can find some more information about them. So anyways, your boy Private Investigator Russ, Private Eye Russ. Reach out to me, like, subscribe, share. Like I said before, it helps the algorithm, trying to grow the channel to get out the word to more people. And thank you for tuning into the Private Eye Russ podcast.